Everyone is having an amazing day. I am as always, and since things look pretty clear to me for the next few weeks and let's say month, I decided to make a long form video, which is something I've kind of stopped. If you've noticed, I haven't uploaded anything in a while. But yeah, consider this a nice Christmas gift. So yeah, happy Christmas, everyone. And yeah, let's talk about Bitcoin, altcoins, and also the S&P 500 because it's what's going to dictate, in my opinion, everything that's going to happen. So first things first, let's just put it this way. Bitcoin has been quite resilient in all of these dumps. So it's always been bought back and then going up again. And if I were to say which is the most serious dump here and which one actually looks like a true breakout, it's the one we've seen now. Why? Because this is not just a technical move, but there was also a decision behind it with the global market. So this break here is different than all of the others. So you have to take this more seriously. And I think you could have bought here, and it's actually something I gave. Um, here I said, it's looking mediocre at best, and we're much higher. And then when we got bought back. I said, we could have this, and this was pretty much my plan. See, around the monthly open, and what happened is we actually bounced. See, and now we are back a bit below. And honestly, if I had the recommendation to give you right now, is don't touch Bitcoin until at least the 1st of January. And I know you hate to hear this, but it's pretty much what's going to happen, and I'll show you why. But for me, things are pointing towards a dump towards 90K. I don't see a world where it doesn't happen. And we gave Bitcoin the chance to be bought back. With this, it wasn't successful. We also didn't reclaim the 21 EMA. But you'll see, I don't want to talk just about technical things here. But pretty much for me, we have to retouch this cloud. Okay, now we have to take into consideration, in my opinion, seasonality and other things. One of those being the Halving Tracker. I think, again, this is absolutely great. I personally don't follow any other trader. I mean, maybe it's ego talking, but why would I follow the opinion of another grown-ass man in my subject, right? But anyways, so Halving Track is actually useful, and you can see in the past cycles, so I'll take mainly these two because this one was the first one, so it's different in terms of liquidity, market cap, and all of that. But you can see the pullback was kind of harsh here. Same thing here, and what we've seen for now is not really harsh. So I would say we still have one leg down. All right, now most of the damage has been done to altcoins. If I look at Solana, this was an absolute troll. Honestly, I remember also looking for longs here and thinking it's going to pump. And then, it just didn't show anything. But just to show you Solana as an example, you see this channel we broke down. We tried to reclaim again without success. And now we're kind of getting this acceptance below the level. So in my opinion, Solana, you're going to see 165 and perhaps lower. But I would say 165 is already a very good entry. And if I were, let's say, to be stuck in some Solana spot position, so you bought Solana and, I wouldn't necessarily sell here. You can if you want to make a maximum amount, but basically one leg lower, but you don't have to sell things. And this is something I said about Bitcoin dominance here when everyone was really bullish on altcoins. And I said somebody said Bitcoin dominance hasn't topped yet. And now I kind of stopped thinking about this with this. And already we're seeing a pretty nice bounce. So I think altcoins have to suffer more. And this will be translated in the fact that Bitcoin is probably going to do something like this. And I know you guys hate it. Bro, the brush tool, every single time I cannot find it. I literally cannot find the brush tool. Okay. I know you hate it, but possibly we can chop. Chopping is fine. But basically, I think we're going to reach at least 90K, probably double bottom, something like this, and then only go up. The reason why I say double bottom is because we've seen this happen in the past cycles. And I mean, it doesn't have to be a double bottom, but every time we raided this, as you can see, we made a pretty harsh low, which we haven't seen yet. We raided it as a double bottom and then we pumped. Now, Bitcoin is tricky, so I don't think we have to raid it this time. But I think we could definitely see some sort of double bottom like this. And then maybe we don't raid it this time and then we go up. Absolutely a possibility. And Solana, Bitcoin, and other stuff, I mean, it's not looking, honestly, it's not looking great. I'm only seeing weakness right now. Again, you know, most of the damage has been done, absolutely, but this doesn't look like a bottom to me. Now, also, you have to take into account seasonality. We are the 22nd of December. Most people, you know, they prefer family life and all of that stuff above their ambitions, which is understandable, of course, depending on what age you have. But this means, you know, this whole period, I don't think many people are going to trade, especially the big boys. They're not going to trade, so I wouldn't recommend. All right, so until at least the 25th, I wouldn't recommend to take any position, at least not any long one. And then really, if you want to be safe, you know, start to do some action on Bitcoin on the 1st of January. Because the S&P 500, basically, it's what's going to dictate everything that's going to happen. And, you know, with the debt market, the seasonality, so people trading less, and the recent decision we saw being taken, it's actually looking for once like something that could go lower, maybe just here. But once there's volatility on the S&P, it dictates what Bitcoin does. And I don't think people are going to really be trading this Bitcoin. So basically what you can expect, in my opinion, is chop. So I wouldn't day trade this, you know. I love to day trade, but I wouldn't day trade this. You can absolutely have something like this. You know, really whatever. But basically I'm expecting a sort of leg lower to get this liquidity. And then we can go higher. Now, I know, again, some of you will hate this. You will hate this and be like, fuck, I'm stuck in these positions. What do I do now? Blah, blah, blah. But nothing is ever lost, right? You can suffer, let's say you suffer the 20, 30% drawdown from here. You can always take the decision. I'm not advocating for you to do this. I'm more in the lines of this, so I'm actually doing this. But, you know, you could just go cash here, wait for an entry here, buy back your altcoins and just long them with 1x leverage, nothing more. And then, you know, in no time, you're back to your drawdown being wiped. So this is pretty much the plan, guys. If you have to remember something, is you're going to expect a lot of chop, less volatility, less liquidity, worse market conditions, and also Trump office. I think it's on the 20th of January, something like that. 20th of January. Things can still be choppy until Trump takes office, right? Because the Democrats can just say, oh, this, and just make life hell on earth for Mr. Trump. So again, you know, I would just wait for the 1st of January, and then you can start to really look at the market again. But basically, I'm expecting altcoins to have one leg lower, Bitcoin one leg lower. Most of the damage has been done, so that's the good news. But basically just fading pretty much what happens until then. I know it's not what you love to hear, but this would be the plan. Honestly, if I were to take big positions, it would be below 90K. And yeah, guys, this is pretty much the plan. Also, yeah, there's a gap at 86K on Bitcoin. We do not have to absolutely fill it. We do not have to. But it plays against price right now. So in that case, if we want to fill that gap, it would be around here. So potential hit 2. It could happen, could not, but basically I'm quite certain we're going to see at least 90K and pretty much this 89K. I will let you know once we hit the cloud, because that's when I'm going to be confident in the market again. But remember, guys, I know you can be pissed. I know you can see this as a negative thing, but don't go against the market, right? The market doesn't care about your opinion. So, yeah, guys, happy Christmas to everyone. And yeah, I'll catch you in another video. Thank you, guys.